A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant political upheaval, Indonesia is witnessing one of its worst waves of protests in decades, leading to tragic consequences and government concessions. President Prabowo Subianto announced on Sunday that lawmakers' benefits will be cut in response to widespread public outrage over excessive pay and housing allowances for parliamentarians. The protests, which began on August 25th, have escalated into violent riots, claiming the lives of at least 6 individuals, including a young motorcycle rideshare driver whose death during police action sparked national outrage. The unrest began as peaceful demonstrations against what many citizens viewed as excessive financial perks for lawmakers. Reports revealed that each of the 580 lawmakers was receiving a monthly housing allowance of 50 million rupiah, equivalent to approximately $3,075, which is nearly 10 times the minimum wage in Jakarta. Critics have condemned this allowance as insensitive, especially during a time when the population is grappling with rising living costs, inflation, and unemployment. The situation took a tragic turn when 21-year-old Afun Kurniawan was killed during a confrontation between protesters and police. Eyewitness accounts describe a harrowing scene where an armored police vehicle reportedly ran over Kurniawan as he was caught in the chaos. His death, captured on social media, ignited a wave of outrage across the nation, leading to an escalation of protests that spread from the capital to other major cities, including Yogyakarta, Bandung, and Surabaya. In response to the growing unrest, President Prabowo held a press conference alongside leaders from 8 political parties, announcing a pledge to revoke the controversial housing allowance and suspend overseas trips for lawmakers. This decision marks a rare concession from the government amid mounting public pressure. By Monday, lawmakers will see certain allowances scrapped and overseas work trips suspended under a new moratorium, Prabowo stated. As the protests continued, security measures were intensified across Jakarta, with police setting up checkpoints and deploying armored vehicles to maintain order. The military and police forces have been placed on high alert, with Defense Minister Shafri Shamsuddin warning of firm action against any rioters or looters. This show of force comes after the Minister of Finance's residence was reportedly vandalized during the protests. The unrest has raised concerns among investors, causing a significant sell-off in Indonesia's stock and currency markets. The protests have shaken investor confidence in the Southeast Asian nation, which is already grappling with economic challenges exacerbated by the ongoing global situation. In light of the violence, TikTok temporarily suspended its live feature in Indonesia, where it boasts over 100 million users, to prevent the platform from being used to coordinate further protests. The government is keenly aware of the role social media plays in mobilizing public sentiment and organizing demonstrations. Prabowo emphasized the importance of respecting freedom of expression but warned that violent demonstrations that threaten public safety and property cannot be tolerated. He urged citizens to express their grievances peacefully and assured that their voices would be heard. "I sincerely ask all citizens to trust the government and remain calm. My administration is committed to fighting for the interests of the people and the nation," he said. Despite the government's attempts to quell the unrest, further protests are anticipated, as citizens remain dissatisfied with the political elite's perceived disconnect from the struggles of everyday Indonesians. The tragic death of Kurniawan and the subsequent violence have raised questions about the conduct of Indonesia's police force, particularly the Mobile Brigade Corps, BRIMOB, which has faced criticism for its heavy-handed tactics during protests. Human Rights Watch has highlighted the militarized nature of BRIMOB, historically tasked with quelling armed movements but increasingly deployed against civilian protests. This shift has led to accusations of excessive force and human rights violations, further straining the relationship between the public and law enforcement. As Indonesia navigates this tumultuous period, the government faces the challenge of restoring public trust while addressing the root causes of discontent among its citizens. The coming days will be crucial in determining whether the concessions made by President Prabowo will be enough to calm the unrest or if the situation will continue to escalate, further complicating the political landscape of this Southeast Asian nation. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.